Whenever you're ready, Doug.
Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask if we have any additions to the agenda. And hearing none, does anyone have any declaration of pecuniary interest?
Nope.
Again, none. I'd like to welcome our invited guest, Jeff Graham. Thank you for showing, Jeff.
Yes, good afternoon, Doug, and everybody else.
Hey, Jeff.
So,
Now-
sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, we have to have a motion for adoption of our minutes from our last meeting. Everyone might received a copy of them. Could I have a motion?
I so move.
Thank you, Richard. A seconder?
There's Greg.
Very good. Very good. And Greg? Okay. The minutes adopted. Do we have any minutes arising or any business arising from our last minutes? Very good. Correspondence, we have none. So other business, again, our partial dam removal and our next steps. I believe we had the 2 permits. And Jeff, did you want to bring us up to date?
Yeah, we're still outstanding on the M&R permit, and I apologize for not going after them quite a while ago. We submitted our application last year, don't remember exactly when, and we followed up with some additional information. And I actually had comments from Ken that date all the way back to last November, so I've addressed all those now last week. And I circulated Amy on my response, and I don't know if the other folks have seen that, Amy. But when the dust settled, the things that Ken was looking for largely appeared to have already been looked after before. For instance, he wanted the M&R application forms submitted as signed, which as far as I could see, we had done before many months ago. So I just sent him the old forms in again. He wanted our design report submitted, sealed as well as signed. So we did that. So it's the same report. It was always signed, but I just added our round PN stamp to the report in 2 places. Then he asked for sealed and stamped engineering drawings. So we had done that before, so I just resent to him our sealed and stamped engineering drawings from previous, which actually are like from over a year ago. And the 4th point was, this is the most esoteric, they wanted a construction staging and sediment control and erosion control plan. They had always given us the option for the contractor could submit that and that we would approve it and we would run it by M&R informally. So we've always taken the tack that, yes, we'll have our contractor submit a sediment and erosion control plan for our review. And I'm looking through our old documents. We don't specifically ask the contractor to do that. And if they were to make a fuss about that or raise some concerns about that, I would probably assist them in facilitating that. At the end of the day, because of the nature of the work and if it's done during low water during the summertime, we should have very little concerns about sediment or erosion control. We do have some riprap going in as part of the new contract. I really don't think it's going to be that much of a challenge here to come up with something reasonable and to come up with something that would satisfy M&R. So that's really the long and short of my comments at this time. I guess one option the group is considering is trying to engage the contractor who was low last time. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but that's probably the next steps, is to have some dialogue with that firm.
Yeah, if
Yep.
I could speak, Doug, just to fill you in that, yeah, sorry, I didn't share that information of Jeff's because I found it was very similar information that we'd already shared with you. So yes, I'm happy to share that again, but it was just very similar information that you've already received. Just answering some of those questions. I have also spoke with our procurement staff, Josh White, and so we can communicate with the contractor to just see if they were interested with regards to procurement, if they make it the ask of if their bid last year would stand. So for us to have those open conversations. Wanted to wait for today's meeting to just see if we could give a general basic timeline of when we want to work on that project, just to be fair to give that contractor that information before we can ask them for a response.
Yeah, Amy, I would have to check the timing restrictions on the current permits you have, which are Maitland Valley and also DFO, but I think all of them would require work to hold off until probably July 1st. So after bass and pike spawning seasons are over. But probably it allows the contractor to work through the fall. And in other words, I think it's appropriate to begin the discussion, but yeah, work would not begin for quite a while yet. So I'm just looking at our old document. We indicated that the project is to be done between July 1st and December 1st. So it's definitely a summer, late summer, fall project, but it's not a spring project.
Okay, I can let them know that the timeline stands.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll reach out to, or sorry, I'll get our procurement staff to reach out to them, and then we can just see where we're at from their perspective.
Okay.
Very good. Next steps for our committee.
I think we kind of talked about trying to hold off till we get back to school. Traffic around the river when this is going on.
Sorry, Richard, you broke up too much for me to make out what you were saying.
Okay, we had talked about waiting for the kids, waiting for September 1st for the kids to go back into school.
Basically, I think,
Doug?
yeah, if we get a date from the, or we get our permit from the M&R, and we're going to give the contractor the leeway, I think if the contractor wants to approach it just whenever they want to go in, I don't know that we have to try to limit him into after September.
I think
I think that's what
maybe,
you're trying to get at.
yeah, maybe Richard's just swaying with regards to the summertime usage of the bridge and foot traffic and with the pools open and those sort of things. Is that maybe the thought process there, Richard?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to minimize. It's probably going to draw quite a crowd. I would guess that, and if kids are back in school, from a safety factor, if it worked out for the contractor, it might be a good idea. However, I guess we'll have to go by his schedule as well.
I think, yeah, when we did the original dam work, it was in September. So I could see that would be beneficial to do it at the same time this year, like you're saying, to allow people to continue use of the park. Very good. Is there anything else we could do while we're waiting for these permits, Amy?
I'm wondering if Greg, did you raise your hand? No, okay, sorry. No. Sorry, I was focused on that. What was your question, Doug?
Sorry. Any other steps that we could take as a committee while we're waiting for these permits to come through?
Not that I can think of. I think that once the permits come through and we've heard back from the contractor, then we maybe set up another meeting to just go over the plan of that, and that might reveal some responsibilities that we have. I'm not sure, Chris, do you see anything that we should be working on before we receive that last permit?
Well, certainly, I mean, COVID's certainly the fly in the ointment here, but we certainly could also look at reestablishing our tree planting program at some point. I don't know. The way the springs have been. Maybe if we scheduled a fall planting, like, to me that seems to be the best time to plant trees now anyway, and hopefully by September we're more back in normal times, and we could look at again planting some trees. So I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that we could still use some more trees with some of the ash are still going to continue to die off.
That's a good idea.
Yes. And part of the effort was to put some shrubbery and some vegetation in around the dam after it was the work was complete. So again, that would be fall. Very good. Any other business for discussion today?
Yeah, it's Jeff here. Amy, one of the things we did when we were tendering was by addendum, we allowed the contractor the option not to take the bridge off. And if he was proposing not to remove the bridge as part of his work, he was supposed to enter $0 under that bridge removal item. Do you recall if our bidder did that, or did he enter a price in beside the bridge removal item?
I don't know that offhand, but I can get that information.
Yeah, just of interest, we're talking about timing. I don't know if it would make any difference, because I still don't think you'd want the public walking across the bridge if he's working underneath it with jackhammers and such. But that'd be something that'd be nice to know sooner than later. And I don't remember what the verdict was on that.
Yeah, I can talk to Josh to get that
Okay.
information.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I'm just looking through my files, looking for the 2 permits we have received. They're not just jumping up at me here, but we should check them out to make sure both the DFO and the MVCA permit also included this summer as part of the timing window.
Yes, I will confirm that. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure one of them was to what we were good for sure. I don't
Okay.
have the date
Right.
of the other one in my head.
Okay. I don't think there'd be an issue getting them reissued if they were for a second year, but we might as well start down that trail, making sure. That's about all I can think of.
Okay. Just looking at our minutes from our last meeting, our expiry dates, they were to extend into 2021 and possibly a further extension into 2022.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I thought 2022 was in there. So thanks, Doug.
No problem. Very good. Any other discussion in regards to the dam removal? Very good. Any announcements? I guess could I have a motion to adjourn?
Well, thanks very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
Bye now.
See everyone.